a speeding bullet.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
More powerful than a locomotive.
Hulk! Smash!
Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
There's more to them than meets the eye.
It's Superman!
Hey there, boils and ghouls. That was Static X here on Chuckles Crypt. And a big rest in hell, never rest in peace for a metal man such as himself. Rest in hell, Mr. Wayne Static. The metal world has lost another good one. I don't know if they can replace that front man. I've seen miracles happen, but doubtful. And here on Chuckles Crypt, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff that went down rather doubtful. We're going to talk about some of the good stuff, like the television shows. TV is reborn. And of course, I have my friend over here, Mr. George Garner, and I am Chuckles the Klown. And we are going to talk all things positive and negative about the comic world.
Can I handle the negative?
You can handle the negative. And we started out with a little bit of the negative with Static X. I've caught them twice, and always a positive stage performance they had. I remember very very well that we were at a free Ozfest, myself and Nurse Misery, surrounded by the security guards from the Gardner Hill Insane Asylum. And it was one of those Ozfests you didn't have to pay to go to. I think it was only one Ozfest that did that. And we were lucky enough to get undercover. And the minute Static X got on stage, a big thunderstorm broke up over him. Only fitting of such a metal band. Thunder and rain and riots started coming for us. And we're watching the carnage go up in front as the security guards are hip checking and teeth are flying. This was like a mosh pit, only I wasn't in it.
Now, was this the Ozfest where the lawn customers in the cheap lawn area picked up all the clumps of sod and pelted the people undercover out of remorse and jealousy?
That was the year before.
Okay.
That was the hot Ozfest.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was the one where they had to keep coming and giving Ozzy a shot because he had broken his neck on the four-wheeler.
Right, right.
Horrible performance by the Ozman, and I know I'm going to get struck down by lightning.
Especially because it was amazing he did it at all.
Right, and it's just, I had never thought you'd hear those words come out of this evil clown's mouth that Ozzy Osbourne put on a horrible performance, but he did. And talking about performances that people might think was horrible, although I don't, I thought it was a rather pleasant experiment for me. Comic-Con.
Okay, I'll interject. I'll be the devil's advocate here. I said I'll handle the negative. I have heard more hate directed at that organization, that convention, than probably even the hatred directed against the various Lovecraft conventions. I think, now, the question for me, now, I didn't make it. I had a horrible third shift work schedule. I was incapacitated socially. I did not make it to that convention. Many people have told me I should be grateful that I did not make it there. So you were the person on the spot, Chuckles. So you're going to have to give an objective view of this whole mess.
I am on the spot, and I was on the receiving end of a lot of this hatred coming down towards me. And it's not like I booked the event, guys. I was just one of the celebrities that was there. And I will say I will be one of the celebrities again there next year. Because however poorly as you thought it was put on, I thought it was a success in my mind. Because I made money, and at the end of it, I only had one autograph left to give out. So bravo on my end, because the numbers worked. Because if it was a smaller crowd, I probably would not have made that cash.
Well, that person that you didn't get to give the autograph to was tasered by the Providence Police.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other story we'll get into. And by the way, I absolutely despise the Providence cops for some of their reasons, that being one of them. Their violence and everything, it's just ridiculous. I remember the youthful days of going down to a place called Club Hell, and there used to be this, what was it? I can't say the name because we are live, but I'll just call it the Complex. All right, can't say what the real name it is. You know what it is, and our producer is laughing. But there used to be huge fights that would break out epically, like comic book fights. It would be the goths against the sport geeks, and the cops were the referees, like the Justice League, and they would come down and viciously beat us within an inch of our life. Now, we didn't have cameras and stuff to record this or put this up on the old Facebook. If we did record it, the only way we could get it out was Channel 10, and it would probably get stopped by one of the police officers and smashed on the sidewalk.
Well, actually, I think several party goers were smashed in the head by Channel 10 cameras, if I'm not mistaken.
Possibly. And those days were violent, but yet I made it through it. That was not one of my very successful resurrections in life. I wish I had resurrected maybe 10 years later. But if I didn't, I wouldn't have met Mr. Jones here, which, by the way, congratulations, Mr. Tony Jones, on getting what you did on the votes. Most people say it was only this amount. Well, I say that's more than you got. And speaking of that, we'll go down and talk some more about Comic-Con, the positives that I thought was, and some of the negatives. I mean, nothing towards any of the runners because I want to go back. I'm just saying that right now. I'm selfish. I don't give a rat's patootie about the rest of you guys complaining out there. I'm evil. Speaking about evil, let's go down to Korn, Freaks on a Leash, here on Chuckles Crypt, Rhode Island Free Radio.
Takes a part of me. Something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe something's raped and taken from me, from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain, in vain. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. A cheap for me to lay. Something takes a part of me. Feeling like a freak on a leash. Feeling like I have no release. How many times have I felt disease? Nothing in my life is free, is free. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be. A cheap for me to lay. Something takes a part of me. Boom, da, 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 boom, da.
Hey there, boils and ghouls. That was Korn, Freak on a Leash, here on Chuckles Crypt, Rhode Island Free Radio, where we are the freaks off the leash. And talking about freaks and geeks and nerds and all things Comic-Con, everybody that's I've looked up there, I've had nothing but negative. Negative this, negative this. If anybody that is listening to this show had a positive experience, please put it up there.
And there has to be some of you. In spite of the fact I was joking earlier about being the negative side of things, an event like that, and I've been to a lot of conventions, an event like that cannot be completely negative.
No, there was a lot of people going around smiling at that event.
I'm
that
sure there were.
Had the autographs in hand, and for the most part, all the celebrities that I was talking to and was hobnobbing with, being the gentleman's clown I am, they were all positive and friendly towards the fans. I didn't hear any negative feedback from this guy was a jerk or this guy, except for me, was a jerk, and that guy had a spider in the corner and was an absolute jerk.
And now that you mention it, that's when you have negative feedback from a con, that's usually what it's connected with.
Right.
So if there was none of that,